candy store.
Instead of some stuffy old shrine. And here, it's all yours. As much candy as you could ever want. Sweet dreams. Sakuko.
Sakuko. Although she's very casual about seeing her friend die and then sort of not burying her, but just putting a sheet over her. Bye.
Go home. The store's closed for the day.
Girl is losing it.
Sakuko. Even if you're gone, I'll keep my promise.
We're going straight into combat.
No matter what.
Truly, 'tis scary. The Hey Liddy, how's it going? Yeah, I'm interested in how
Are you alright?
scary this is going to be compared to any of the other Final Fantasy, Silent Hill games. Because like we have like a bunch of different items, like healing items and bars and meters, and like it seems like there's a lot more active combat systems than there would normally be in a silent or like in a horror game. So like we have a sanity, we have a focus, and an HP, and each one of them fills up independent to each other, and focus is related to like counterattacks, and the more you use it, then it also lowers your sanity gauge. I don't know, it's kind of silly. Yes, my day was pretty good. I didn't really have much complaints. My wife and I have been playing that new Lego game. That's like a Lego co-op one where you play as little bricks. It's super duper cute. If that's it. You know, if you have somebody you ever want to just like play games with super casually, it's really a great one, and you just play as two little yeah, and it's like I think I bought it for it was like $20. Like it's definitely worth it, and I think that more games that focus on sort of a couch co-op And I think that you can also, you get an online friend pass, so if one person has it, then yeah. But yeah, how's your day been? Thy restless hearts betray these as unfit for that auspicious day. Thou must first pay respect to the gods and the spirits of thine ancestors. A restless heart leads to a corrupt soul. Only through sufficient offerings laid upon many stands may thy soul be cleansed. Well, that's good. Oh shit, do I actually need to pay attention to the puzzle? Oh fuck. Okay. Puzzle's on hard. Might have started as a general store, but we've come to call it the candy store because half of what it sells is just snacks and toys. It's where all the kids hang out. My friends and I also meet up here, though we usually just sit outside and chat. Are you reading Homestuck or rereading it? Or... yeah, journal. I need to know what... Thy restless hearts betray thee as unfit for this auspicious day. Thou must first pay respect to the gods, God's spirits. It's like a crow. That's a fish, I think. It's a rat. Oh no, I want to examine it. I wonder if this is just I need to examine it and then I just look at whatever symbol is attached to it. Because honestly, that would make a little bit more sense, because they didn't really, I don't know. Maybe it's just a way for them to teach me how to do this. Yeah, there's definitely some blood going on. It's only about 30 minutes in, and the opening's kind of like, it was alright. It's hard because when something has the Silent Hill name on it, I immediately think of Silent Hill 2, and like, it's just not a fair comparison to have any game be made to, because like, Silent Hill 2 is like one of the best video games ever created, and it sucks to always be in that shadow. And not even just Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, 1, 2, and 3 are some of the best video games. Maybe not 1, but 2 and 3 are some of the best video games. They're like in my top 15, maybe, games of all time. Like, and I only played them for the first time last year. So, having another game in the series that's like a full game and not a remake is interesting. How do you hang out with Homestuck fans? Like in a forum or in a Discord? Can you meet Homestuck fans in real life? Are they out there? Oh, there goes the sand.
Anybody! Please! It's stuck! It won't open!
I'm turning it down.
Open it! Open it!
Okay, let me know if you can hear me better now. I turned the decibels down by quite a bit.
Good morning. That must have been some nightmare.
Okay, good.
Nightmare?
I think I basically just asked,
Are
like,
you injured?
can you meet Homestuck
Must not be
fans
so
in real
reckless.
life? and then you answer Discord. So
You should take better care of yourself.
Thanks.
has there been a Homestuck
Shall we
convention?
get going? Hinako.
It feels like one of those things where there like probably was, but then nobody showed up to it or something. Or like,
What's wrong?
I don't know. That feels like a cursed convention.
What's that?
Mind your step.
Hello, Switch.
Take all the time you need.
Yeah, online convention sounds like that'd probably be the best place for Homestuck fandoms. Oh no! Well, they just made an animation. They're doing like 10. Are they doing anniversary stuff? I feel like now would be the best time to do it. Oh yeah, and I remember I only messaged you on Discord about the whole. Are these patterns symbols of some kind? Okay, I'm not gonna be able to remember these. I'm sure it has something to do with Japanese, but yeah, there's no fucking way that I'm gonna be able to remember that. Okay. Oh, that is not what I meant to do, but that's okay. I needed a heal anyway. Hello, Switch. How was your day? Maybe I'm supposed to look at a clue or something, and then they'll ask me, like, what's the dragon say? And I'll say that it says O with a line through it.
Hinako,
Yeah, it was good.
follow me.
Visited with my grandmother-in-law, because my father-in-law said that we needed to go visit her because she might die soon. She's 88, but she just started having to use oxygen, and I feel like they're making it like the end of the world. Like, my grandma was on oxygen for like 6 years before she died. Like, she probably has a few years left. Beautiful dagger used for ceremonial purposes. The blade has been intentionally dulled, so it doesn't make the best weapon. However, it does seem surprisingly durable. Oh yeah, what was I gonna say? Was that, yeah, the Homestuck animation trailer. I got, when, I didn't even think about it when my wife said that, like, it kind of reminded her of Scott Pilgrim, just like with the way that like stuff pops up and the references, and because it's like, my wife doesn't really super involve herself with video games, but like, so when she watches Scott Pilgrim, it's like, oh yeah, this is just like video game stuff. So then when a bunch of stuff was popping up at the Homestuck thing, she's probably like, oh, it's like computer stuff or whatever. It's like you don't even have to think about it. And that's probably honestly an okay way of dealing with Homestuck fans, that like recognize that you cannot explain it and then just move on past it. Don't get lost in the sauce, because if you want to get lost in the sauce, go read the source material. Oh, it's like an actual sword I can use? Oh, and I can switch between that and the lantern? Alright. Yeah, she's definitely a power granny. She was complaining like, oh, I need oxygen, and so I should just be able to get a lung transplant, but they said I can't get one because I'm too old.
What's
And I'm
the
like,
shrine?
yeah, you're 88. Don't take a healthy lung from a 30-year-old. Like, I know that you want to live as long as possible, but like, goddamn. Also, the stress in your body would probably kill you. Also, she was a smoker her entire life, so it's like one of those situations where it's like, do you deserve a lung transplant when you're 88 and you smoked like over a pack a day for your entire life? That feels kind of like a spit in the face who donated the lung. Unless we had a surplus of lungs, which I'm pretty sure we don't.
This way, Minako.
Not like you just tripping over lungs on the street. Lungs as far as the eye can see. I have no faith. I mean, I did have some faith, but then I... Oh, you need faith to be able to clear your mind? Oh, that sucks. Okay. I don't know why that message didn't show up in... Oh, whatever. Look for any hints. Okay.
Wait a minute. I feel like I've seen something like this before.
Yeah, but what are the dragon things that I'm looking for? They're like... It's like the... Looks like leaves or something? I didn't get any kind of clue on what I need to overturn. As I pass into the world of the dead, I pray only that I do not pass through the gates of hell. Please hear my prayer. Hey, anybody have a fun weekend? Maybe ate some good food or grilled or something? Oh, fuck no.
What's this doing here?
Lightning cast down from the heavens split asunder the decayed tree. From the earth grows Kudzu, the prophet of eternal prosperity. I feel like I'm getting a lot of clues for stuff, but I'm not... Oh shit. Now I'm gonna have to learn another enemy's attack patterns. Okay. Shit, fuck that up. God damn it. Okay. Okay, dokie. I wouldn't be against streaming Homestuck, but hankering for Homestuck. You know what? I'll do that hankering. I feel like this game I'm really gonna need to focus. So I'm down to switch to some stuck at home. All right, let's see. I feel like I started that pretty late in the night, and it's like, okay, I gotta learn, like, it's like a, you know, some people are giving it guff that it's like, oh, the director said that it's kind of Souls-like. I agree with that. I think that it is kind of Homestucky, or not Homestucky, oh my god, Dark Soulsy. Literally clicking on Homestuck, and I'm like replacing my vocabulary. Okay. Yes. 10.05 plus. I feel like making creative names for the Homestuck titles, because I feel like if you're trying to find someone streaming Homestuck, it's good to know where they're at. Alright, let's edit this video. Why does YouTube streaming suck so much? I just want to go to edit the video that I'm currently, like, I want to edit this video that I'm on. Yeah, I'm just gonna give up. YouTube will just have to suck it up. Apparently I was approaching the critical point. Okay, well I got this up. Alright, game capture. Oh yeah, now I have to do display capture. Okay. Yeah, I usually turn on some music. 1153, okay. Okay. Let's do YouTube. No, you're good. You're good. That's. Oh yeah. Is that showing up on the audio output? No, it's not. Showing up in Arctic 5 chat. Okay, yeah, there we go. Turn that down quite a bit. Okay, there should be music playing. Let me know if you don't hear it. Because OBS had another update that was supposed to fix the issue. Okay, well, that makes sense. It's supposed to fix the audio issue that essentially they created. So, let me change this to Arctic 5 game. Okay, that should be playing now. So change it over. Okay. Get that turned down as much as I can. Down my own headset. Okay. All right. Jade, update colorful reminders. You take a moment to get. I should probably zoom in a little bit. Okay. You take a moment to gather your thoughts after your dream while you are asleep. And let's do like Nintendo Halloween spooky music. Something that's a little bit more. Okay, there we go. You take a moment to gather your thoughts after your dream. While you're asleep, it can get very confusing figuring out what is really happening and what isn't, especially during the eclipse, when you are exposed to many visions of the past, present, and future through a variety of cloud mirages. It is only after you wake up that you are able to start making sense of it all, and your reminders help you do this. But on reflection, there wasn't much in the dream about the future. You were quite surprised to see your dog in your dream, though. It was the first time the Crafty Guardian had ever appeared in a dream. You have learned. Oh yeah, I read this before. But if you do, it seems that you will need a lot of candles. Okay. Yes, I remember the Cloud Eclipse flash animation. Right, so we're in here. The dog's sleeping at the foot of the grandfather. Beck has never allowed you to enter the Mystic Ruins for reasons you never understood. You always assumed it was on account of your protection, but your dream has strongly suggested to you that this is where you need to go now. Since your dream bot is secured in its chamber and does not need to be looked after, Beck is taking a nap in the grand foyer, as he usually does. Perhaps you could take advantage of this and sneak out of the house another way? Grab your harpoon gun. Oh yes, of course. One of your reminders reminds you that you still have a package to deliver too. This way you can kill 2 birds with 1 harpoon gun. Use harpoon to zip line into the great outdoors. Okay, not an animation. But you clink. Oh, yeah, full zip line. Zip. Finish building. Oh, that's Rose. Okay. What the fuck is Rose doing? Jesus Christ, Rose. Was this the best way to do this? Oh my god. Architectural perfection. There are so many large ones. Okay, mourn the loss of Cal, Dave. Oh yeah, Cal the dummy. See you, little dude. If you had any more apple juice, you would pour some out for your homie. You'll have to remember to double check your closet for more juice. Go get a goddamn new sword. Perhaps you will, but if you do, it looks like you'll have to break it first. Perfectly good striped specabus down the toilet. Thanks, bro. Capture log beta. You try to grab the beta, but you forgot your Silodex is completely packed. You wonder why you jammed all this useless crap in here in the first place. Maybe you assumed it would weaponize it all during one of your customary hash rat battles with your bro, but in retrospect that probably just would have been a huge chore and would have made the battle drag on forever. It's like, what are you, made of time? Eject your modus and set it to Scrabble values. Eject everything. Scrabble values. You dump all the crap all over the roof. You then set your modus to the Scrabble hash function for some reason. This function always makes it a little less intuitive to calculate hash values for items, and therefore more cumbersome to rap with. But you guess what? That's kind of a moot point now that your bro flew off fuck knows where. His mysterious ways transcend irony once again. Get beta. You get the beta, now yielding a radically different hash value with the Scrabble function, which is to say a radically exactly the same value. That is a weird way. This is a strange sentence. Pastor Rose. Okay, I got it. I hope you appreciate how much gross, spongy proboscis I had to fillet to get this game. Hello? What are you doing? Anyway, I'm going downstairs now installing this thing. Later. You have finally finished your building project. You have done about all you can do for John. You don't think you could provide much assistance against all of those ogres this time, but at least now John appears to be armed to the teeth. All there is left to do is wait for Dave. Rose. Capture log and send John code for his present. That would certainly hasten the parcel's delivery, but the gift is not finished yet. You spent months accelerating your knitting skills to be able to make the gift of perfect sentimental appeal. You even incorporated a cherished heirloom you have had as long as you can remember. When he sees your staggering gesture of sentimentality, he will finally understand. He will understand that in the game of facetious sentimental gestures, no one gets the best of Rose Ladon.
Facetious.
Oh, that's facetious. Oh my god. I say facetious all the time, and I don't fucking... That's so embarrassing. I say facetious often, and now it's like, it's face, she says. That's such a weird way. Facetious. Ladone. Ladon. Alright, okay. When he sees you say, he will understand, blah, blah. Rose Lalonde. Yeah, I probably said it wrong. No one gets the best of Rose Lalonde. Lalonde. Months in the past. Dear Rose, happy birthday. Thanks for being such a great friend all these years. I know you like to make it out like you're playing it cool. Oh yeah, I should just read this part. I know you like to make it out like you're playing it cool and don't care much about that people in your life, but I know deep down you really do. Hell, not even that deep down. It's like your subconscious is having a wet t-shirt contest, and you being all aloof is the totally soggy shirt doing no good at all at hiding nothing. Oh wait, it looks like Tukey played that game of cracking all these highfalutin psychology books. Aw, snap. But yeah, I got you this because I think you're really creative and you can make something nice with it, and if you put your mind to it, and it might help you take your mind off a lot of the serious business you're always absorbed in. You know, all this weirdo pseudo-gothy stuff or whatever. Frankly, it's kind of depressing. Anyway, you're the best, Rose. Have a rad 13th. I will catch up with you guys soon. God, you're all so old. Ghosty trickster, John. Rose, answer. Do I know who this is? Grim Oxylatrix. Why is it that when the subject of temporal mechanics is broached, your sparing human intellects instantly assume the most ingratiating posture of surrender imaginable? Time is not that difficult to understand. It is a utility that a universe may resort to in order to advance a desired degree of complexity, or may not resort to it if that is the case. It's all pretty pedestrian. But no, when time travel comes up, you present the face that a man shows when the breeze gradually alerts him to his absence of nether dressings. I don't see how we are to properly agitate you all if you continue to insist on failing to understand basic concepts which common infants effortlessly manage to describe via scrawlings in their own puddles of sloppy discharge. Ew. Have we spoken before? Yes, in the future. You and your friends never cease to invent ways to strengthen the credibility of your assertions. Oh my, it is your human sarcasm again. I enjoy listening to it, and I wish doing so could serve as my primary force of recreation. See, I just did it too. Saying the opposite thing to emphasize my contempt, but suddenly I feel more primitive and hate myself a little more. It was like this funny miracle that just happened in my art. I would admire the sophistication of you and your fellow future dwellers a little more if you seem to be aware the word human only function as that sort of adjective in bad science fiction, but I won't be rude and change the subject. There's still a bit of unflagellated straw poking out of your rhetorical effigy over here. Oh dear, no, we aren't from the future, but we're all already in agreement that you don't get it and never will. I thought you said we spoke in the future. We did, your future. For me, it was only a couple of minutes ago. I understand. You exist in some temporal stratum through which you have communication access to various points of my timeline. It's not that complicated. Yes, that's right. Well, you tried to talk some sense into your idiot friends, so that we may proceed to bother them all on more rational terms. I try to every day with mixed results, but you see, it's not that I don't understand you, it's just that I don't believe you, because it's nonsense, albeit persistent and coordinated nonsense. Why would a bunch of temporally dislocated trolls want to harass a group of friends throughout completely random points in time? I will admit this campaign of provocation wasn't all that well thought out. Don't tell anyone I said that. Alright. Maybe you should get some trolling tips from us humans. Our sparing intellects are probably better suited to it. Yeah, maybe. Why don't we be friends? You want to be my friend? I think so. I think we're supposed to. You suggested as much earlier. You mean I did in the future? Yes, a couple of minutes ago. Probably because I remembered you mentioning it in the conversation we're having now? That's likely. Your commitment to this role-playing scenario is intriguing. What choice do I have but to accept? Okay. Knitting stuff. Raining. Dear Dave, happy birthday. I just wanted to take a break from telling you how much your gay butt stinks all the time and say what an awesome friend you are. Seriously, on any other day I would be downplaying how you aren't really as cool as you think you are, but just between me and you, I think you might actually be that cool. I think you just got to get out of your brother's shadow and spread your wings, dude. So I got you these. They're totally authentic. They actually touch Ben Stiller's weird sort of gaunt face at some point. I'm sure you'll dig them because I know you lolled so hard at that movie. Okay, so for real, this is sort of a shitty present, but it is an ironic present because I know you wouldn't have it any other way. Maybe you can wear them ironically sometime. They might even be more iconic than you and your dumb bro's pointy anime shades. Anyway, have a good one, buddy, and stay busy being totally sweet. Ghosty Trickster. Dave, answer. Adios, Torador? Hey, first, okay, I think you're awful. Let's put that fact on the table where we can both see it. Now you've been primed for the digestive ruination that's about to take place and the comprehensive soiling of the laundry enveloping your person. Oh my god, you type like a tool. Yeah, now you're getting it. What you are in for? Are you to be trolled? Will it enter your miserable human cortex? This is so weak, I'm almost getting tired of wasting good material on you guys. It's like, you got nothing. It's always one of you sprouting up and ranting about how hard I'm about to get trolled with no ensuing substance. You don't even know anything about us. One of you fuckers thought I was a girl. Okay, yeah, but the thing is that I don't care about your anatomical details and things like that. I know what you're done. I know what you've done, or will do, actually. It's the most awful thing, the worst you could ever do. Sorry, I wouldn't side with you, dude, in the future or whatever. What? Oh, okay, you're the one who likes to submit innuendo. Human innuendo. Yes, human innuendo. Sorry for the lack of clarity. So at what point in the future am I supposed to look forward to you whipping up this Titanic hankering for my knob? Be honest with me, because I'm busy and I want to know exactly when I gotta clear some space in my calendar for when some fuckwit blunders out of a magical phone booth and makes a ballad-inspiring play for my throbbing beef truncheon. Should I be perturbed by these illusions? No, man, look, I just need to know when to be there. When the stars come into alignment and your fluxy pasture lets you finally satiate your meteoric greed for crotch dachshund. I wouldn't want to miss it and cause a paradox or something. It'd suck if the universe blew up on account of you missing your window of opportunity to help yourself to a pubescent boy's naked spam. Poor boys. Okay, this is sort of starting to upset me. Jesus, you're such a shitty troll. I guess I'll leave you alone and find another point in time to bother you when, I guess, you're most emotionally susceptible and don't have all these bees in your bonnet about your human sexuality. Oh no, dude, you sass me up. We are in the shit now, together, for the long haul. What? We're motherfucking entrenched in this bitch. You and me. Welcome to Knob. Now grab my hand and wimmy your soggy ass over that muddy bank before Charlie gets the fucking drop. Who's Charlie? He's the guy who's gonna read our vows. I'm feeling pretty freaking matrimonial all of a sudden. Take a look down by your foot. See that little bottle? Stomping that shit like it's on fire. Noisy ethnic dudes are flipping the fuck out and waving us around on chairs till someone gets hurt. I'm your 300-pound matrilineally freight train. Matrilineally. Oh my god. And my gaping furnace is hungry for coal, so get goddamn shoveling. Oh my god. Bro, look in my eyes. That twinkle. That be devotion, you herniated pro wrestler's sweaty purple taint. Sparkling like a visit from your fairy fucking godmother. Should be pure and true. That's what you see. A kaleidoscope supernova of all your hopes and dreams all swishing together. Radically officiating. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna learn to read words.
Effervesce.
Oh, effervescing. Oh, okay. Radially effervescing arms of more little boy peckers than you could imagine, turning on insane corkscrew haymakers of a billion dancing Vienna sausages strong. This is how we do this. This shit's more real than Kraft mayo. And then he got blocked. You are now the aimless renegade. You have identified a couple of unwelcome rogues outside your present stronghold. They are in violation of your jurisdiction. Despite your ordinarily striking marksmanship, you have spent your entire ammo clip without recording a single kill shot. What will you do? Realize that your weapon is a magazine fed, not clip fed. You don't give a shit about that. Examine the wall behind you. The wall exhibits rows of ancient hieroglyphs depicting an array of amphibious and reptilian life forms. This is illegal pictography. It makes you angry. Go search for more ammo. There's plenty of ammunition stored in the various ammo crates, which you have spent a great deal of time unearthing from nearby dunes and hauling back to your stronghold. You have a large variety of weaponry and ammunition at your disposal. Whether you locate some more AK-47 rounds quickly enough is a different matter. Quickly retrieve sidearms. You retrieve a pair of deadly sidearms, but you will need a longer range weapon if you are to continue your enforcement. Find a rocket launcher. Oh, there's a rocket launcher. Here's one. Befriend the unwelcome rogues. You wonder if you should reconsider your grievance with the offenders. Perhaps you should let it slide. They seem friendly enough, and it's been so long since you had company. It would also be quite a pity to blow up that tall, attractive female. But then again, they're both in flagrant violation, trespassing through several zones which you painstakingly marked as off-limits while you conduct your investigation of this crime scene. It is your duty to investigate this illegal monument and get to the bottom of its illicit amphibious idolatry. Just thinking about all the sloppy footprints they're leaving in the sand makes you carapace steam. The law is all that's left to hold on to in this unforgiving dust bowl. You cannot afford to loosen your Black Claw's grip, lest justice slip through your fingers. Law is beauty. Order is peace. Judgment is the very basis for all that is pure. And hold that thought. You need to take a moment to wear something ridiculous before you continue your spiel. What is it, a bayonet inside a smoke grenade or a flashbang? Order in the court! You will have order in this courtroom! If everyone does not settle down, you will clear out this courtroom! You swear to God! Examine moving platform. It appears to be a large stage serving as a kind of elevator, but it can't go down because there's something jammed into it. Looks like a peculiar musical instrument, probably centuries old. But yeah, the jury agrees. You got to blow up those trespassers. Place present on monument. Oh, present. You put John's present down in just the right spot, along with a letter you prepared a little while ago after a particularly interesting series of dreams. Should be any minute now. I mean, that's some expert trolling. You troll a troll so hard that they have to leave. That's the best way to deal with trolls, honestly. Embarrass them. Oh, we got not transmogrified, whatever. Time and placefied. I don't remember the words. Alright. She shoots the rope. Hangs down. You put down the time bait. It's out of your hands now. You guess you could swim. Maybe you can think of a better way across, though. Read the letter. This is kind of confusing. Dear Miss Male Lady, go here. I saw that, yeah, when he was trying to purify the cable, yeah. I've noticed some of the time stuff in between, which is interesting that we're like... That we got some time stuff going on. Time is all wibbledy wobbly. Or whatever the fuck Doctor Who says. But you guess it's straightforward enough, even if the drawing is somewhat inaccurate. Land. Oh no! Berate self for unauthorized demolition. Bonk, 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 bonk. Stupid, stupid, stupid. You had them right in your crosshairs. You have no idea how a crack shot like you could have missed. It is practically inconceivable. Be the law. You reload and take aim. That fair carapace, how it sparkles in the desert light. No, you cannot afford to be distracted by such thoughts. You are busy being the law. Just fucking totally misses. Blows up one side of it. You're the law! Whoops! Wave about in a distracting manner. Oh, it's this guy again, and his little blinky bee. So outrageous. Oh, he lobs a top. Oh, he lobs a tab. Clonk. The can ruse was a distraction. Oh, shit. Oh, no, I think I read this one. Okay, so, yeah, that's only on 7. Wow. I mean, I suppose there's fucking 8,000, whatever you call them, pages. Scamper quickly to the newly created hole. Scampers on over. You have the cargo. He goes to shoot him. Read the next step of the letter. Deliver here, yay. Last thing I ask you, be grateful. At the bottom of the letter is a series of coordinates along with further instructions. You know what you must do. Liberty, reason, justice, civility, edification, perfection. Sendificate. It just sounds like defecate. Male. Years in the past. Wow. Jesus Christ, Grandpa. Today is your birthday. Your grandfather has decided to celebrate by introducing you to the thrill of the hunt. Okay. Well, we still got a lot of these to go through before I suppose all the, you know, I don't know how many Sweet Bro and Hella Jeffs there are, but, I guess if there's a lot of them, I'm assuming there's only like 30 or, well, maybe not 30, maybe like 100. But suddenly you and Beck are wandering off. Where is that silly dog taking you? You find a present. Did I? Is there supposed to be more to that animation? No. pumpkin seeds. You open it to find a shirt that is way too big for you and pumpkin seeds? There's also a letter. Dear Jade. Happy birthday. It's hard to thank you enough for your friendship over the years. Heck, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't even have met Rose and Dave. So that is like 3 times the friendship. That is almost like too much friendship. Ha, I only wish I could get you something for your birthday that could remotely make up for what you've given me. But of course, that's impossible. So here are a couple silly things anyway. Went to a weird Asian store the other day and saw this rad shirt. So I got it and I'm wearing it now. But there was a blue one too, which was way more awesome. And I wanted you to have it. I know you like green a lot, but maybe you'd like to try wearing blue sometimes? Bet you look like $1,000,000. Also, I know you've been frustrated lately about how your pumpkins keep disappearing. Well, I can't begin to explain why that's happening. All I can do is give you these so you can plant some more. Don't give up, Jade. Wherever those dumb old pumpkins went off to, I'm sure you know the fun is in growing them and taking care of them until they're ready. Oh, got to head out to the post office now so this doesn't get to you too late. Talk to you soon. We got there pretty early. Years early. Who is this John claiming to be your friend? And these other friends he mentions? Whoever he is, you think he might be onto something. Blue is a very pretty color. Also, growing some pumpkins sounds like it could be fun. Maybe you'll ask Grandpa if you can use the atrium to do some gardening. This will be exciting. What? You bear the vicious brunt of this story transition directly in the face. You are getting really tired of this feisty man and his busy fist. Kill John's dad yourself. Here, stick this in your pipe and bleed to death slowly. Oh, set his hat on fire. Then put shaving cream on it. And then stomped it out. And now it's dead. You release the prisoner. He is free to go. Play guitar to summon giant lily pads. Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Yeah, she's like a little frog. Install beta. Alright, goes to install the beta. Alright. Alright, I'm installing this game finally. We're doing this, man. Yeah, you could almost say we're making this. Go on, what is it we're making this? Transpire. Excellent, let's make this shit take place. I have to say we're making this, or I don't know. It's probably a joke there. I'm fucking missing. Okay. We're making this happen. Drinking that totally not piss juice. That was crazy. Oh my god. So much stuff happened there. They made it happen. They finally installed Spurb. Okay. Okay. End of Act 3. Unlock page, the blog of Dave Strider. There's this really cool dude, okay? He ran a blog for a while. That's really all there is to say on the matter. The blog of Dave Strider. I watched Bruce Almighty recently. This is my favorite part of the movie. Bruce is talking to Morgan Freeman because he can't make Jennifer Aniston fall in love with him for some mind-boggling reason. She'll take me back, right? Would you take you back? How do you make someone love you without affecting free will? Welcome to my world, son. You come up with an answer to that one, you let me know. This is where we all start jerking off. Volunteer at your local church. Why would anyone want to go to SeaWorld? You see a bunch of fat, wet animals and then you go home. Who gives a crap? I don't care about this son. Oh, wait, no. Wow. Review of Tony Hawk. No, not the game, just the guy. I never played a Tony Hawk game. I've never met Tony Hawk either. I'll go by mostly photos. Look at this goofy motherfucker. Blah, 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 blah. Kevin Sorbo. Some stupid stuff. Some candy company ripped me off. Okay. Tony Dane Cook is ugly. Okay. I don't know if I had read that one. Oh yeah, I think this is the last one I read. Fucking nacho party, give me nacho. But to be continued. Shit, bro, you scared me, dumbass. Who were you expecting, the Easter Bunny? Shh, now look, Einstein, they're falling. Look. Duh, 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 duh. Oh, bro. Okay. Warning, the recipes are. Are you brave enough to enter? Nachos grande. So stupid. Directions. Okay. Chapter 3. Last time on Swabba. Okay, Twister had to read this, you stupid folks. Anyway, the bottom line is do what you do with these nachos falling in the air. Chapter 4. Why don't you take a picture to last longer? Picture. Oh, snap. Oh, wow. Ha 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 ha. He was right. This shit's lasted forever. Chapter next on about the nacho story. Dude, are you done with the nachos in there? Bing, bing, bing. Dude, the fuck are you be this greedy? Just slide some under the bathroom door. Bing, 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 bing. Walls. And there they go. The nachos are under the door. Which the guy's even his problem. It's like egg and broadside school fed up the bone bulge. Oh, is that the end of the nacho saga? Alright, I'll read this last one before going back. Chill, let's be Santa. Great boots. Fuck. Come on. Sign. Oh, fuck. Who even make these cocksuck boots anyway? Immigrants? Pimp. Oh, and the nights before Christmas and all through the house, not a creature. God bless us, everybody. Yeah, 10-part series, my ass. Intermission. Okay. Your name is Spade Slick. You're the leader of the notoriously vicious gang of mobsters called the Midnight Crew, a rival gang known as the Felt, recently knocked over one of your favorite casinos. Your long quest of revenge has finally taken you through the front door of the mansion belonging to the loathsome boss, Lord English. Your subordinates, Clubs Deuce, Diamond Stroog, and Hearts Boxcars have been dispatched to various locations throughout the mansion to begin carrying out your mission. Your objective is to locate and crack English's secret vault and plunder its mysteries. That's the business end of it. The pleasure will be painting this ugly house red with the blood of these miserable green motherfuckers. Inspect timekeeping devices. Stupid gang and the lousy obsession with clocks. The sooner all these idiots stop being alive, the better. You wonder where they are. It's awful quiet in the mansion. Sans all the dreadful ticking. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a pretty big part. And then obviously we have like a little intermission thing, which... I guess we'll see how long this goes. Hopefully it's not like a couple hundred and it's just like 20 or 30. Capture log, carriage clock. You obviously have no idea what that means. If it's some smart-ass way of saying to pick it up, forget it. You're already carrying an item. It is your trusty deck of cards. Oh, Jade entered too. Okay, so everybody's in there. Inspur. Build fort with clocks. You have an idea that is so much better. Clocks destroyed. 4 out of 1,000. Check for traps under the billiards rug. Jeff Foxworthy? What is under the rug is much worse than any trap you can imagine. It is a member of a species that you do not recognize with a ghastly furrowed upper lip. Yeah, they entered something. Some kind of portal. Yeah, I remember Jade entering the temple and then some stuff was being summoned and... yeah. It all happened very fast. You cover the unsightly individual back up and try to forget it ever existed. Play 52 pickup. You would need a deck of cards to play that infernal game. Fortunately, all you have is a war chest, which you deploy on the floor. Open war chest. Shuffle contents of war chest. You rummage around. It's no unusual assortment of belongings. Nothing any mobster worth his salt will be caught plotting and scheming without. Certainly nothing eyebrow raising. A bunch of blades, some playing cards, and a variety of other miscellaneous stuff. Also your vendetta itinerary and your heist map. Scavenge war chest for fancy headwear. If there are any elaborate headdresses in here, you'll eat your haberdash. But of course, there's only a plain and serviceable backup hat, which naturally conceals 2 licorice Scotty dogs, which makes you think that maybe you're wearing your backup hat. This is your usual one? Hell if you know. They're the same damn hat. Hide inside your war chest. You cannot hide properly inside the chest because you cannot close it while you were inside. Instead, you momentarily pretend it is a really cool automobile that commands the fear and respect of larcenious adversaries everywhere. Beep, beep, beep. All aboard the idiot wagon. Stand up the Crosby top. Bill Crosby. Is that what that thing is? You've had it for some time and don't quite remember how you got it. You never knew the identity of this pipe-smoking creature. Perhaps it could be the same species as the character you just saw under the rug, but you know that is impossible, because this one does not feature the same bizarre furred lip. They are probably different species with the same genus. Go to mspandadventures.com. You don't know why you're wasting time on this website. It's for little children who poop hard in the baby-ass diapers. Also, you don't understand what the hell's going on or who all these characters are. It's all a lot of nonsense. Delete the time setting on the Crosby top. Clock's destroyed. 5 out of 100. Take the spade key. Basic rules of blackjack. You take the rule card for blackjack. You have possessed this item for as long as you can remember. You do not yet know its significance, so you can hustle up a mean game of blackjack when you need to. Examine vendetta itinerary. Fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. It's gonna be like 200 pages. Of course the intermission's gonna be like a fifth the length of the comic at this point. Why wouldn't it be? Examine vendetta itinerary. These are the mugshots of everyone you're gonna kill. You got a head start. You already offed crowbar, matchsticks, and quarters, depleting them of their muscle. You still gotta watch out for the others and stay wary of their despicable time shenanigans. Can I take a load off? Read all this other stuff. Itches give you the slip repeatedly. Does you've captured and interrogated just as repeatedly, to no avail. Trace has broken into your secret hideout more times than you can count, while Finn always seems to be a step ahead of you and scoop your highest. Clover has all the intel and is highly cooperative. You might need him to crack the vault. He'll be guarded. Best to avoid die in any direct confrontations unless you want a temporal mess on your hands. But if you need any repairs, you can always get to Stitch and persuade him, and you might need to do if you can't kill Sawbuck with a clean shot. Eggs and biscuits are morons, but they're dangerous morons. Cans is a tank, and you'll probably need more ammunition than you pack to take him down. No one knows what Lord English looks like, but that'll be corrected tonight. You got dibs on English. He's all yours. From Ultima? Wonder where the number 8 mugshot went. It's right here, but you aren't gonna kill Snowman. It's out of the question. Examine heist map. On review, your scheme seemed a bit convoluted, but you wouldn't have it any other way. Deuce and Droog split up to neutralize as many felt as they can find. Your heavy muscle and expert safecracker Boxcars is headed straight down to the vault. Use radio device to check on unscrupulous cohorts. You put the word out to your cronies for a status report. No response yet. Clean up all your junk and prepare to get this show on the road. You slip the spade key back into the deck of cards, then pocket the war chest. Smooth as clockwork, and every bit is logical. Enter the hallway near the main entrance. Funny you didn't hear any commotion or gunplay, but it looks like there's already been some action in here. Or there will be. You can never take tense for granted with these goons. 13 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed, apparently. Looks like Club's Deuce is getting back to you. He says he's got Doze tied up for interrogation. You ask him what else is new. Capturing that guy is like shooting a paralyzed monkey in the face? Oh my god. Behart's Boxcars. You are now Club's Deuce. Rough him up. He remains tight-lipped, so you deal with a senseless shin-drubbing with your crook of felony. Oh, the humanity you can barely watch. He's probably still using his special ability to slow down time for himself. He can't feel a damn thing, and certainly isn't saying anything, apart from a very low noise, which could be him saying ow very, very slowly. Punch clocks in faces to establish chronology. Why would you do that? All these clocks are lovely. You see no reason to harm them. 987 out of 1,000 clocks unarmed. Swap hats with those. You begin a feeble campaign of psychological warfare. Perhaps compromising his fashion motif is the way to get to him. Nope, looks like he's still in that weird state of stasis and doesn't care. Either that or it's driving him nuts. Just very slowly. Dump the contents of your war chest over him. War chest? What are you talking about? All you got is this simple, unassuming deck of cards. Play some solitaire. Don't be stupid. To play solitaire, you need a deck of cards. I don't see a deck of cards, do you? All I see is your battle robe. Throw the hat down and stomp it mercilessly. Oh no, it's itchy. It looks like he's all wound up. He unties Doze and quickly swaps everyone's hats around. Doze proceeds to make a fleet-footed getaway. The chase is on. Stop being Hart's Boxcar. Alright, you're the boss. Hart's Boxcar, you ain't. Someone has replaced your plain and serviceable hat with a silly and undersized one. An outrage beyond compare. You sure you know who the culprit is? You can still smell his overly caffeinated blood. Clock's shown mercy. Lift leg and hold it in little waves in the air. Oh, got him. Oops. Oh, got him. Got him down. Green torso's dead. Wear CD's hat on top of your current one. You're already wearing Deuce's hat, you fool. The one on the floor is Droog's hat. This is exactly why you always keep a backup hat on hand. This son of a bitch on the floor here has played this last game of musical hats. Soon these lugs will learn to show you some respect. They made this town what it is after all. Wasn't nothing but a bunch of dust and rocks before you got here. Wear a backup hat. You deploy your chest and swap these dinky little hat from one more suited to your taste. Wait a minute, thank God, your precious Scotty dogs are still here. You don't know what you do without them. You don't even want to think about it. Dye makes his usual sort of entrance, the nonplussed, vaguely bewildered sort. B. Diamond's Droogs. You get it. Club's Deuce it is. You've opened your battle drobe in search of your backup hat. You also need some more rope to retie Doze. He was absolutely tearing through the mansion as we speak. If you don't hurry, he may clear the chair within the hour. But it's a big mess. You mostly just see a bunch of bombs and cards. You're not sure what's what. You never remember which card to pick up. You can't believe how shitty your memory is. Grab the deuce of clubs. You pick up 2 licorice gummy bears. They need to be stored for safekeeping as soon as possible. Finding your backup hat has never been more urgent. Pick up all the cards and throw them at Doze. You pick up a bunch of cards and fling them doorward. Didn't accomplish a whole lot other than put some of your private reading material on embarrassing public display. As far as the eye can see, licorice, licorice, licorice. Pick a card, any card. Just put a C4 on his head. You're a busy guy, so you can pick up any old thing and put it on your head. Since you're in a big hurry, you'll assume that this is your backup hat. You stand nearby the two remaining cards on the floor, an off-suited king and jack. Pick up card depicting stately blonde-haired fellows. Black inches of licorice. I didn't even read the title. That's so funny. Oh my god. You aren't going to stand around Jack King off all day long, so you grab the jack of diamonds. Oh, here's your backup hat. Problem solved, you guess. Forget your CD, believe your heart's boxcars. You suddenly remember your diamond droogs. Whoever took your hat is about to discover he's the unluckiest man on earth. You better hope you find him dead. What you're going to do to him will be much less painful that way. Wear a backup hat. You don't have a backup hat. All you have is this deck of cards. Oh wait, yes you do. It's stashed away in your Brawlzaleum. Retrieve hat from Brawlzaleum. You're the only member of this band of thugs who is civilized enough to keep more than one backup hat, as well as an extensive array of finely tailored suits. The Brawlzaleum seems like the best storage option for your exceptional wardrobe. If there's any better sort of compartment to keep your wardrobe in, you'd love to hear it. Also, there's a shitload of guns and cards in there too. You put on a backup hat. Withdraw licorice fish for backup hat. Ooh, your Swedish fish are there. This is why it's a good idea to always store your candy in your backup hat rather than the usual one. Other members of your gang have learned this the hard way and they're finally starting to catch on. Suddenly you get cold clocked in the face from the future. You know the knuckles belong to that sucker punch anywhere. You gotta make it a little bit more intense. The future. Trace always knows where you've been. The spineless rat likes to follow your past trail around and mess with you. Trouble is, whenever he does, he lets you know exactly where he's going to be in the future. This time, you'll be ready for him. You radio Deuce for backup. Give him a time and place and exactly what path through the mansion to take. Resume pursuit of wounded Felt member. You don't know if the wounded guy went up the stairs or came down or who wounded him and went. Might have even been you, for all you know. Follow trail of blood up the stairs. Can't overthink this time stuff. You go with your gut and head upstairs. Follow Diamond Droog's instruction. After giving a quick 10-4 over the radio, you take another look at the prisoner. You lucked out. Hey, it's that stretchy guy. Oh, well, I forget what the fucking... It's like a superhero, but a really niche one who stretches. You looked out. Looks like round 2 of your brutal interrogation will have to wait. You couldn't find any rope, so you tied him up with a Stretch Armstrong. It says right fucking in there. Stretch Armstrong doll, which you happen to have lying around. You don't remember how you got it. Looks sort of dumb, but it'll have to do. Just lock those in the battledrome. Time to hit the road. You beat your hostage into the back of your battledrome with a bull penis cane. Wait, this is a bull penis cane? You flip the fuck out over the fact that this is apparently a bull penis cane. Meanwhile, running roughly parallel with present events. Ace, ace, king, king. Oh. Itchy always cheats, but he's always cheated for the last time. You're gonna jump to a timeline where he's dead. Looks like he got what he deserved, but as usual, you find yourself in a bit of a predicament. Make friends and die. Introduce your cast iron horse hitcher to your new friend. Die scrambles for a pin he's been saving for a special occasion. How many times does he have to tell you he made this down? Stop being SS. Stop being Heart's boxcar. You haven't made your way to the Felt's secret vault. You stop not being Heart's boxcar. Oh my god. Yeah, you have made your way to the Felt's secret vault. It's bigger than you were expecting. You doubt you'll be able to rely on your usual safe-cracking method, which is prying it from the wall with your bare hands. You'll have to think of something else. Do a silly dance. This is just absolutely the most ridiculous thing you could possibly choose to do right now. I mean, come on. Why don't you take a closer look at the safe? Seriously, stop that. Pry the wall from the safe. This notion is even more ridiculous than the last one. Wait, who are you kidding? No, it isn't. Looks like the combination to the safe is entered via the hands of the clock. And you somehow doubt spinning the hands around manually is going to cut it. Knowing these guys, you got to alter the flow of time itself to make it work. Which, of course, is bullshit. You'll think you just blow it up instead. Time to get Deuce on the radio. Deploy Punchbox. You deploy the Wrath Tub. Retrieve 2 of hearts for backup hat. You retrieve your pair of wax lips. If anyone tried to steal your wax lips, you would eat their eyeballs and deliver an angry lecture into their empty sockets. Pursue Red Cheeks magazine. Just glance at it gives you palpitations. Literature for avid cardio aficionados such as yourself. Those burgeoning red humps. That mischievous little tail. The snug welcoming cleft. The saucy imagery is hard to beat. Harder than what you beat inside your chest now. Your heart is what you're beating. You beat it to Red Cheeks magazine pretty regularly, you'd say. Call club to nearest card. You radio deuce on the 10-4 cards. Let them know you need a powder monkey on the double. You hear a ticket, and it's not coming from the big vault clock above. You hope it's not what you think it is. Oh no, oh god, it's Biscuits. His oven timer is ticking. This is no good. Oh, there he is. This idiot thinks his special oven transports him into the future by the amount of he sets on the timer. Well, he's sort of right, but in reality, all that's happening is that he's hiding there until the timer that pops out. Guess he's relatively harmless if he's alone. You can take him. What you really have to worry about is if he teams up with, oh no, that ringing, that god-awful ringing. You can hear it. Eggs, son of a fuck. You might as well just grab one of your axes and kill yourself now. Follow path. The future. In the future, you've already followed the path through the mansion that Droog told you to. Trace followed Droog's past trail even further back, but found a much fresher trail crossing his path. Looks like this little guy's talking on the radio. Says something about how he'll be right there once he gives Droog a hand. Trace decides he'll trace this guy for a while, see what he's up to, and then mess with him, of course. In the present, you talk at the radio, saying something about how you'll be right there once you give Droog a hand. Take a good look around the room you're in. Looks like the trail of blood ends here, or originates, whatever. Something went down here in the past, or is about to go down in the future. You know what? Never mind. Clock's destroyed, apparently. Hang on, there's a tooth on the floor. You know that tooth. You felt its bite before. Finn was here, and judging by the forensics of the scene, the angle it hit the floor, the direction of the blood splatters, and how dry the blood is, you think you know exactly what he's about to pull, or more specifically, what he's about to already have pulled. Finn always knows where you're going. He's followed your future trail here. He likes to mess with you from the past. Trouble is he tips you off to where he's been. This time you're ready. Wait for it. Wait. Oh, give him a good old crack. Crack on the head. Now. The past. Predestined bullet holes are convenient. Gives you something to aim for. Clock's destroyed. Or clocks redestroy. Rematerialize. This doesn't make any sense. You never went anywhere. I realize there is a cost to settling the score with you in this way. The cost is having to live in a desert amidst the ruins of a dead civilization for the rest of his life. He thinks that's stupid, so he pulls you in. Help the Green Man live up to his name. Whew. That's pretty sick. Take Voodoo Doll. And grab his voodoo doll and stick his pin in there for a good measure. Might as well keep track of everyone you've offed this way, too. Not that you're interested to abuse its power to settle your score. What's the point if you're not going to get your hands dirty? Still, it might come in handy down the road. Lord English is supposedly indestructible. He's rumored to be killable only through a number of glitches and exploits in space-time. The doll may ultimately help you work the system if it comes to that. Yeah, do you know Ultima at all, Liddy? Because the Lord English thing is just a direct reference to Ultima, where the main guy who gives you the quest in Ultima is unkillable for the most part. Like you have to like glitch kill him to be able to kill him. It's very, some games acknowledge if you're able to kill him and other games don't. Yeah, it's yeah, but there's like 10 Ultima games, and I think you can only kill them in a handful, and yeah, I just thought that was really funny that this is the direct reference to that. Although I think it's Lord British, not Lord English. which is, I guess it's not a direct reference, but as close as it could be. Clocks, destroy them. 29 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. 5 out of 15 green torsos dead. Follow blood trail downstairs and finish him off. Problem with that is he'll just see your future trail following him, and there'll be nothing but a loud invitation for him to mess with you some more. Besides, better to leave him alive. You think you know where he'll lead you to, just to get... There's got to be a little more subtle about tracing his blood trail. Keep your future trail out of his line of sight. Return to being Hart's boxcar, the present. Spade Slick cannot return to being Hart's boxcar because obviously Diamond's Droog is too busy being Club's Dukes. You just watch Trace throw a punch into thin air for some reason. That guy's awfully silly. He then skulks off somewhere. You don't realize he's following Droog's past trail through the mansion until he gets to the point where it intersects with your trail, which one he'll start following you. But we all realized it, because it's obvious and couldn't possibly be more clear. Implement nefarious scheme. You follow Droog's simple instructions, so simple even a forgetful nincompoop like you can remember. There's a blood trail on the floor that goes in a different direction than Trace went. You decide to follow it, because the sound looks like a really good idea to you. If there was something you were supposed to do after helping out Droog, you'll be damned if you remember what it was. Trace catches up to where you were, but you're gone already. All he sees is the long, gross, rubbery arm of your past trail stretching through the room. He finds his comrade timed up with the stretchy rubber arms of a small man, but there's nothing gross or unpalatable about that in the least. Doze unslows himself and begins mumbling something feverishly about his hat. Oh, there's a bomb in that hat. Hell yeah. 2 down. Nice. 107 out of 1,000 clocks destroyed. Finn makes his way through the mansion to get some help. He wonders where this little guy is going. Deuce's future trail is headed in the same direction he's headed by sheer coincidence. Finn decides to follow him for a bit, keep an eye on him. For as long as Deuce's path matches his, that is, there's pretty much no chance he's headed to the same place, though. That would be statistically improbable. He's got no idea what these other goons are up to here. Funny, their future trails end here. He's not gonna stick around long enough to find out why. He's a bit too woozy from the blood loss to sort out this mess anyway. Follow the Red Blood Road. It's uncanny. This little guy's watching Finn's route every step of the way. He must know something. Finn decides he's gotta take him out. But he can't get a clear shot. Too dizzy, and with all that C4 under Deuce's hat, firing would be a bad idea. My God, he's thought of everything. Clearly dealing with a criminal mastermind here. You stop to admire this gorgeous clock. It is so pretty. Too bad it's not ticking like so many of the clocks in this place. Not that you can blame them. There are so many clocks in this mansion, it would obviously be impractical to make sure they all work properly. Oh look, a trail of blood. You'll think you'll start following. Waste exactly 4 hours on this tomfoolery. You hate time travel, 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 you hate time travel. Above, a spectator has appeared at the strike of 4 and has been giggling at your foolishness for a number of minutes. Clover would have been tickled to help you open this vault, at the cost of answering a few of his clever time riddles, needless to say. If only you thought to seek his help first, rather than charging like the silly brute you are into this deadly trap of stable and not-so-stable time loops. Mostly unstable, really. These guys are way too dumb to maintain even elementary loop instability for more than a couple iterations. If you weren't so preoccupied, Clover could tell you that you could use Crowbar's help to pry anything out of a time loop, stable or otherwise. If you weren't so preoccupied, and if you weren't so dead. Hee hee hee. Okay, I think I gotta go to bed. I think I hit my limit. It's a lot of reading in that one. Woo! Okay. Well, we're getting there. Next thing isn't unlocked until 2532, which is oh, is there an official halfway point? Okay. Stitch mutters to himself in his shop. He guesses eggs and biscuit are roughhousing again because the fabric of space-time is tearing something fierce in Lower English's Cairo coat. Overcoat. This sort of thing, 1261. Okay. This sort of thing is exactly why he keeps a backup coat and always leaves Stitch with one of them. Any gang does well to have an in-house doctor on hand, but if you deal in time travel, you better have a damn good tailor too. Call Spades for backup. You tell Slick to get his scrawny ass to the vault. It's goddamn bedlam down here. You tell him you asked Deuce for backup, and surprise, surprise, he's nowhere to be found. Big surprise, you tell him. You tell him that was sarcasm. He says he knows. Slick says he'll be right there. He'll see if he can round up Droog for support. Droog says Deuce is tailing Finn while he is tailing Deuce. He'll be there to help out Boxcars as soon as he and Deuce take care of business with Stitch. Couldn't be simpler. Oh yeah, he also mentions he pumped Finn full of lead so you could cross him off the list. You roger all that. The past. Finn busts into Stitch's workshop blubbering something about watching out for this little guy who's about to come in here. He says to watch out because he's got a bomb on his head which is undoubtedly quite volatile. Even the slightest spark would surely set it off. Stitch sees Finn's obviously in pretty bad shape and checks his effigy. Sure enough, the thing's in tatters, but he should be just fine if he can be patched up before he bleeds too. Oh. There we go. Blood to death. Take that pin out. Death. 8 out of 15 green torsos dead. Bust in, thrust in, bull penis gain. Everybody out of the goddamn way. You got a hat full of bomb, a fist full of penis, and a head full of empty. Stitch has dropped the livestock knob and settled the hell down. He says you do realize C4 is a stable explosive and won't detonate with gunfire, right? You say, sneak into Stitch's boutique. Drop it and get in. Don't bleed on the suits. Stitch says, You admit the thought of carrying an imprisoned Taylor wherever you go is gratifying for personal reasons, but in this case, keeping him alive should be useful in dealing with English later. Broad idiots with red cheeks. Okay, we'll go back. Okay, 1261. We made it. Halfway through the intermission of Homestuck. Between Act 3 and Act 4. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at, is there an adventure map? Yeah, don't bleed on the suits. Okay, well, I bid you adieu. I hope everyone has a very good night. I will be on tomorrow because it's Monday, so that's usually when I'm on. Who knows? I'll probably be playing Silent Hill F, and then maybe I'll read some Homestuck after that. Okay. Well, don't let yourself get confused by the time shenanigans of a comic from 15 years ago. Good night.